Well, standing in the middle of a cornfield. This is going to be a lot different what you're going to see coming up, because I am going to help crew Ryan Haug again. No, not in a winter event, but in a summer event in the beginning of August in the Teddy Roosevelt National Park out in the western Badlands of North Dakota on the Mattahey Trail. Look forward to seeing some different countryside and also hearing a little bit from Ryan along the way. Here I am standing close to the start of the Mattahey Trail. Not a cornfield in sight. The north unit of Teddy Roosevelt National Park is close by, and this is just part of what Ryan's going to be experiencing tomorrow as he has a 100-mile event going through Badlands. We'll be talking to Ryan in a little bit. This is just a pre-event. This is Friday afternoon. Ryan's out riding, so more to come. Right, we're down here. This is Ryan. You might notice him from before, but with the sunglasses, and usually he's got a puffy jacket on, and we're in frozen countryside at Arrowhead. Tomorrow, he's going to head out on the Mattahey, 80 degrees, t-shirt weather. He really doesn't need me for support, but I'm going anyway. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the bike. And I don't know if Ryan wants to say anything or not, but if he does, hopefully he'll get picked up. But here's the rig that he's riding.
Salsa Deadwood. Sus.
And in case you didn't hear that, Salsa Deadwood full suspension. So on these trails, Ryan, what did you see out on the trail?
I saw some cattle, a couple of horses, some cow poop, and a big climb right off the bat. So I've only done just a tiny part of the Mattahey Trail.
So how many miles right now did you ride?
Like 5.6.
There you go. He's only got 90. Well, no, it's over 100. So he's got about 105 beyond that tomorrow. So.
Yep, new trail. It'll be a new experience. So looking forward to it.
Yep, you'll see more tomorrow. Ryan Haug.
You got me pushing the bike.
First time ever. When I finished the year, I didn't get a. The last video clip showed Ryan completing his 110 miles. It took him 14 hours and 45 minutes, which meant he crossed the finish line at 8:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. It's a long time on a bike, especially after he had had an accident. If you noticed that earlier in the video, at mile 17, he had a pretty significant head injury, but he was assessed in the field and they thought he was able to go on. And so my job as his SAG person, which SAG is an acronym for support and gear or support and grub, changed significantly. The first change came because we couldn't go across the Little Missouri River, so I did not get to connect with Ryan for quite a while, and I did not know he had had that accident until I got up on a higher point where we had some minimal cell coverage and his text message came through. But what changed for me in that is that idea of support wasn't just to have food for him and encouragement, but to do some assessment each time. And it changed the plans where we were not going to meet at every possible point, but after connecting with him, and even before that, I thought, if he seems like he passes the neuro checks and is capable of going on, my job changes. It's not just giving him food, it's kind of meeting him where he's at, doing a little assessment, and understanding his needs at that point or his needs to go on. So instead of support and gear or support and grub, I kind of changed it a bit in my head to support and grace, because all of a sudden, due to circumstances beyond Ryan's control and my control, things change. Sounds a lot like life, doesn't it? That things change even when we have a lot of plans set in place. I've been support for Ryan long enough in different events that I know a lot of things about him. One of the things is that after an event, he has a hard time kind of bringing it down a notch. He may be fatigued and tired, but trying to get sleep, pretty tough for him. And this past weekend was no different. Saturday night, he did not get much sleep at all. Part of it, a variety of reasons, but part of it was the aches and pains he had. We got up in the morning, or I did, he was awake, and he had decided that he better go to the walk-in clinic in Dickinson, North Dakota, and get things checked out just to be safe. What ended up happening is they did an assessment and they thought he was fine as far as, had maybe a mild concussion, but long and the short of it is I ended up driving all the way back and letting Ryan rest, letting Ryan just kind of recycle what happened, talk about it. There was no purpose in me to tell him he had to go get this checked out. I've had concussions, and being told what to do just isn't supportive. It isn't grace-filled. But back during the event too, I would get the checkpoints. Ryan wasn't there. And you get to talk to other support people. You get to see what works for them and what they do with the person they're supporting. Other times I was at another checkpoint and somebody came in and they didn't have a support person there and they needed some things. So what do? Well, I step up and share what I have, because there was more than enough, and you offer support. You don't say, wow, what kind of person do you have? We're so quick to criticize at times. We're so quick to judge. We're so quick to kind of pick up what's wrong. I believe we're adults. And yes, there's a time when maybe somebody is in danger or not thinking straight, where there is time for intervention. But I think most of the time, the main intervention should be grace. We're adults. We're not stupid. We do and we want what's best for ourselves. And yet, how do we learn? We learn by trying. We learn from our own, or you want to say the consequences of our own choices, not by being scolded and told what to do. We seem to be in a culture that's really good at that we don't want to be supportive. We're more judgmental. Support and grace, not just for Ryan while he's out doing his events, but I think for all of us as we share with one another, because I learned a great deal talking to other people and finding out from other support people why they were out there and who they are and what part of the country they came from. It wasn't about asking questions to put them in a particular category. It was about being out there and even the support people supporting one another. As always, thank you for watching and taking time to watch these videos, to comment on them, and I look forward to more videos to come.